doesn't feel like playing an engage support into something like the Braum Caitlyn is really going to go very well.
Yeah.
Unless you find like a really solid Death Jinx win rate of like a year or two ago, it did really take a big beating at some point.
Pulbay?
Pulbay is, just going to flash, and obviously the player really struggling, but it also again beckons the question.
He's dead.
Yeah.
Yeah, he just walked back into auto range.
Yeah, I have no idea why he did that. This is the core issue, I think, as to why we see so many Zyra struggles. Like, once you start falling behind...
Youngjae's going to take a huge amount of damage. He steps on a trap, so the extended range for the Nidalee goes in, and Owner and Faker just bullying Youngjae in between turrets.
Might be able to do something here.
Well, Paulo's going to miss his stun, and now he's in a lot of trouble. The Ignite comes down, and they get pushed.
They actually have a window there, I think, if they rotate Envy and Paulo up. I don't think it's likely that Brion is going to just win skirmishes against T1, but at the very least it would have been playable, as Paulo should be able to get out, but Faker's chasing.
Yeah, Faker is chasing. He knows he has that Braum to try to set up, but now he's going to ult Morgan away, as Morgan taking a ton of damage. Faker just frontlining as Tristana doesn't care, and as you mentioned, they are down a member, so T1 certainly getting in there and trying to make their case.
1.5K that they were behind at 5 minutes. That's still kind of the same. That's where we're at.
From Tristana, which I feel like is the biggest thing. But at the end of the day, now they're trying to dive onto Zeus, even a TP, and there's 4 people here against Cassante. Surely they just kill him, right? As a lot of damage is going into Youngjae and Paulo, and now Owner is here. Zeus still alive, as the damage will eventually take him down, but Owner is just feasting on the members of Bro that are behind this turret. As Faker is here as well, a jump over the top. Faker looking for another kill as an ult goes into the Poppy, and now Faker's jumping in again. And Envy here by himself has to flash away. Very nice ult himself, nearly takes off Faker's head.
Meaning that if he just a little bit more gold, that could have been good as there. Look at this. This is a Tristana with flash. No buster shot though. Could be a moment.
All right, there's the flash, nicely done, and the hop is going to be canceled. Faker, he's just pushing forward. He knows he's dead, but trying to take out Envy here might be able to. The flash forward, and he will be punished for that. As down he will go. Plate's still up, by the way, as Guma collects another one in the mid lane.
I can't believe they're still up. It feels like this is one of those games where Plate should have gone down a while back. And Guma just continuing to PvP.
Oh no.
He's dead.
Yeah, he's dead. Just gets stunned by Braum. Doesn't respect the Braum. You have to respect that stun coming through. The second that goes down, a trap right under you, and you're not getting away. So Pulbay's dead once again.
Mid lane turret's going to fall as well. I think Guma's goal was to get as many plates as possible. Maybe he watched Games Done Quick, you know, last week. He's trying to get the speed running.
It's on replay now, by the way.
Yeah, he's not.
What's going on here? It's just going to kill the Ezreal, as there was so much damage done to him by Guma that Zeus was like, yeah, I guess I just kill him.
You know what's the worst? Look at that!
Yeah.
The worst part for me about this is that even with everything that's happened in this game, I feel like T1 is Brion just can't do anything. It just feels so futile.
Yeah.
Valdez, they're 8K down.
There's not a lot of finesse in this game either. I feel like T1, you know, they're not using the scalpel in this one. They're using the giant sledgehammer. And they're just kind of swinging it in giant arcs towards Bro. And you know what? It's working.
Yeah.
It's not okay. Well, now we're TPing behind Pulbay, who didn't realize that there was a ward there. Now, TPs are coming in from Bro as the stun is going to hit. The spear is not going to hit, as a massive Magnet Storm is going to get the front line of T1, as they will be punished for their happy gaming. Bro, get in there and clean up a couple of them. Well, this Cloud Drake is going to be started up here by Bro. We have the first 5v5, the first real 5v5, as, Morgan going to cancel that one. And T1 don't seem to have a big interest in the Drake itself.
It's fine. Yeah. It's just I told you!
They're actually just going for the init. They don't care about the Drakes. The Drakes are fake. They're false. They're not real.
Drakes can't hurt you, Valdez!
I can't see the Drakes. And now they're just going to start the Baron because of all the pressure they have. They might as well. They're so far ahead. It's 10,000 gold. Almost. 9,000. Close enough. Oh no, Keria even gonna get in front of the True Shot barrage.
This is very early though, they don't have that much damage. Maybe...
Where's Youngjae? He's not in position, he's not gonna get there on time. The slow is there and he just can't get in there to smite it as, yeah, now they're thinking about engaging as MD getting a little bit close to the sun. A lot of traps here as well. Nice Magnus Storm. Only gonna hit the Braum though, so not very nice actually. I take that back. Cancel the nice. As now Zeus is going 1v2, 1v3 in the backline, gets the knockup, forces the flash, does die, as everybody is super low and Guma is charging into everybody, flashing forward onto Envy, and will take him down. And maybe T1 just end the game now.
They're not even playing the same game, Valdes. That's what we're witnessing here. I look at this game like setting up for Guma, but I think this Nexus should drop.
All right, well, Paulo behind enemy lines, which is their own lane. Faker is going to flash and jump away, and Zeus now 1v5 in the backline himself. I feel like a lot of T1 members are like, please just end the game already. I want to go home. As Zeus, oh no, still alive here, gonna get a heal from Owner. As Faker goes over the wall, they take out Envy, and you are right, Chronicler, this is not the same game that these two teams are playing. Keria goes down. Meanwhile, once again, Guma is frontlining against 4 people, and he doesn't have to care because they are just so far ahead.
Oh boy. I wonder what actually I don't think Guma got a final. Maybe it was the Collector plus red buff that got the kill. It wouldn't have mattered.
He's got 3 items.
He does.
Oh.
Yeah, he went in, right? Valdes?
Very proactive. Love that. And Morgan is going to go down, as will this turret on the Nexus. And Faker is just going to jump into them. T1 do not care, as Faker will take him down. And the Nexus will fall at 23.
For Brion here, if you didn't look at the T1 champions, I'd be like, man, that's good. But then you do, and you realize that they are playing a prevalent. Obviously, Yen picking Nautilus into Renata is about as unfun as it gets. So that does make sense to me as Morgan doesn't have his E.
Yeah, it's just a bait here. The red buff coming down, and Morgan's just dead. I mean, he has flash, but he's not even going to bother to use it. That's first blood going over to Owner. Very nicely baited out here by Zeus, as it was looking a little bit dicey for him, but just meant that Owner gets the kill, as the handshake is going to miss. But now Paulo's very out of position here against the Callista, as the Ren comes out, and he's living his best brand life. He did full clear into kill, first blood into bottom side clear into Dragon, which is very fast for Brand.
One of my biggest issue with the Tristana is that we do see Paulo on a roam here, but like realistically, she's so hard to lock down. Oh no.
Yeah, Morgan's in a lot of trouble here, just gets pulled back into multiple members. His Owner is even here as well. The preemptive swap coming out from T1, and everybody's just gathering up for some. Well, they might be approaching this turret once Paulo comes here, but with Brand nearby, with Owner here, they're not winning this trade. It is a 3v2, and they don't seem to identify that. Oh, the handshake is just dirty, as Paulo in a lot of trouble. Faker gonna flash into the charge from the Sejuani, and yeah, he's gonna die. So, nice little play traded back here from Bro, and actually Paulo did stay alive.
That's a pretty big win here. Good enough. We're gonna have to.
We're giving them the benefit of the doubt, right?
You know, Brion with a team fight. Wombo combo style composition, not being behind more than 1k gold, that's not too bad.
Not too bad. Look at this. Predicting Owner coming in, and Youngjae going to get ahead of the T1 jungler, as yes, the ult will be thrown in. That's a lot of damage. Faker not going to get the jump in time. Now he's going to jump towards the north, but he's going down. That's a solo kill from Karis over Faker, and he will be punished.
Any bro levers out there? Owner tries to cut corners. They goes in, not having any vision in the brush, just gets found by Youngjae ahead of the curve on that one. And then in mid, Karis just gets the outplay. Ooh, Valdes. Wave, have an inkling, has, yeah. Faker just jumped in. And then he gets the reset, but at that point it's obviously already too late. It's caught off guard, like by just the edge of that ultimate. Which, of all people, Faker obviously should have an inkling that he might be swept back there. And at the end of the world, T1 still going to be up and go to 6 grubs here. I don't think they're going to be feeling too bothered about this, but it's a better game than game 1. And after seeing the draft, I didn't see that one coming, and it's a big win for the bros. We do see a potential dive being set up here.
It's a handshake already. Paulo in a little bit of trouble, but he's not going to get hit by 3 abilities from Owner. As now it's actually T1 who are in trouble as a massive sweep. The one, it comes to life as Bro will pick up the kills. They will take down 3 members of T1. Faker does get in and takes out Paulo, but man, now we know what this comp does.
Commander Karis swoops in from the mid lane. Is it happening, Feldas?
It's happening.
Are the Bro Leavers finally getting rewarded after all this time? Really, I want to give credit, because you talk about the wombo combo, but the actual setup needs to be crisp. That was really nicely done. The fact that Owner tries to flash out, still gets swapped back in. The fact that
Karis, the commander, you know, he fights with the squad, and he is totally fine.
Be probably a herald for turret trade. They do know Zeus is there, was spotted on the board earlier on. Paulo and Morgan heroically trying to keep this turret alive. I don't think they can.
Yeah, I don't think it's happening. The Magnet Storm,
the
very
TP.
lackluster. The TP is going to get canceled. That's just not going to happen, as now it's a 3v2. Make it a 4v2. Is Guma going to join up? Morgan, not very long for this world. The only question is, who do they give the kill to? It will be, in fact, Faker, unsurprisingly, who will pick up that kill.
There were a lot of decisions that could have been made there, and unfortunately that was not the right one. If Karis TP's in a little bit earlier, I think it would have been fine. I think in general though, if you're playing for Herald and you're playing for top turret, just let them have the bot side turret. Don't try to win the map on every side of the map against T1. They tried, they got punished oh so heavily, because now they lose their inner as well. 2 kills going over.
Maybe, yeah, a little bit.
A little bit?
A little bit, yeah. No, I'm still okay for now.
Throwing that 1-to-1 line.
Coffee.
Oh, you did?
No, I will.
Oh, you
at,
will?
You know, 7 p.m. as you do. We'll get there for Series 2 to keep me afloat. For T1, they only have to deal with this series, and, you know, a couple of turrets did go over to Bro. And yes, T1 are getting some turrets of their own. This is kind of the Tristana special. If left unchecked, she just kills turrets very fast. And now they're going to start up the Baron, actually. Very nice proactive, play from Bro. And T1 don't seem to have any idea, as now they are. The blue trinket does come in, and they will 100% know as TP now utilized by Zeus. But Bro, they get the TP out of Zeus.
That's clean.
But they keep this leash. Faker just gonna...
That's not.
Yeah, gonna dash into 5 people, I guess. The fight's still going as Owner's in a lot of trouble. Down he goes, as Carrier gonna handshake here. That's a double kill for the MF, who is now 5-0.
They're just outplaying them straight up.
True. It's not too difficult to do,
T1,
but they're doing it.
T1's just losing their mind. Brion, great Baron setup. They actually have a lot of damage with Karis, so the initial Baron setup is great. And then Zeus TPs, and you're like, okay, you know what? Bro backs off, which I graciously thrown by T1. And now they have Nash. They have an insanely strong teamfight composition. Criploom's done for Karis, and they're about to get Soul Point.
And so they will be okay for now, but the Baron buff, Red Bull Baron power play is just growing in size. They will take down this mid inner.
I actually really like take it without actually threatening the turret. For T1, the outs start to become less and less obvious. Right? For Rel, it's really good. For MF, yeah, don't really get a whole lot of value. But the individual Drakes for MF are actually quite valuable.
Yeah, they definitely are. The comfort's there.
I'm with you. Einar is going to be taken here towards the top side. Morgan needs to be careful not to overstep.
Okay, he's going to get away from that one. Nice reaction from Morgan, as now this turret is just being... Wait, hold up. Guys, are they going to get the inhibitor here, really? I mean, Youngjae is going to come back, and in the 3v3, I think they have to respect. Now, Guma is here.
Oh, if they can cancel the backs, Karis actually should be able to just get the top side inhib.
Yeah, he should be able to get this inhib. Meanwhile, Faker trying to go back, but it's too late. I mean, this inhibitor is already going down, so he's going to give up on that. He goes mid, and now the TP's coming out from Karis, actually. The inhibitor already taken down, and T1 going to respect that TP and try to back away out of this one
Feldas.
immediately.
That ward is really, really important. because they don't have any control of the jungle outside of that. Brion, are they going to risk it?
I think they are. Owner has flash as well as he goes in very early, and it will go the way of Sejuani. Youngjae gets the smite down. T1 in an awful spot, but now they have the front to back here. Morgan is going to go down. Keria gets the bailout, and now K'Sante is going insane, but Faker in a really rough spot. He's going to go down. Guma and Zeus, the only ones left alive here, but the core of Bro are still here, still pushing, and they have a Baron buff once again. As they try to get on top of Guma, he's hopping around, he's trying to dodge, and he has dodged everything until that last stun. And he will be taken down as Bro, 3 members strong, will win the team fight.
Oh, that kill on Morgan, I think the biggest away from the ultimate as well. Very nicely done, but he doesn't get the smite. And even though Samber gets the ultimate off on only Owner, he still ends up going down and gets taken down. And now Soul there for Brion. 6k gold lead, another Baron goes their way.
Look at how fast the MF is. He's sprinting through the jungle and Faker's left all alone. Down he goes. Doesn't even have a chance to flash away.
I think that's it. Actually, I think that's should be enough. They can just push bot side in now, get the inhib there. And Brion, they're gonna get the game win. It's looking like Valdez.
Not surprising to me in the slightest.
He called it
with the brand. And, you know, even the K'Sante, but it's still going to be 2 inhibitors at least, and actually with the top inhibitor already down, Bro, as they will punish T1, it looks like, in this second game, unless T1 can pull off the immaculate and miracle holds here, as they are going to get on top of Karis. He does go into his Zhonya's as he's just tanking the MF ult, but he doesn't seem to care. Down will go Karis, as T1 actually do have a chance here. The flash in from Morgan. Guma is fine, but Zeus is not, and this MF is just way too large as Samber gonna take them all down. Faker gets stunned, and Bro is going to win game number 2. And a potential Penta to come in here if Samber can get close, but he's not gonna risk it. Bro, but instead, it's just gonna be Jhin.
I do kind of like the Jhin here. I think the Jhin works well with Maokai in particular. I think that's one of those high stakes Jhin games as well.
Yeah.
So Samber playing it, you know, Samber is a nice, quite solid
here, but it does put Palu in an awkward spot. That is one place where, well, that's a nice little stun. He's gonna push him into the turret, but actually Faker's in a lot of trouble. The solo kill again as Karis will go down and has to use his flash to do it, but he gets that extra 100 gold right now.
Yeah.
I can see it. Look. It's happening. Now, Youngjae's going to find the boar and Sejuani. As, yeah, Owner's just 1v2 right now, and he's in a bit of trouble. They want to try to turn this nice knock-up, but Owner's just so low. The flash over the wall, the Q gets it done, as Owner does not respect the 2v1. And now Faker's in a lot of trouble himself. He has to flash, so there goes your flash advantage.
Take a big hit. Because if the Jax is picked, like, because the Jax was picked third, right? First rotation on blue side. So
yeah. Unfortunately, Bro have also decided that top lane is not real. And but it is. Yeah, Morgan's dead. He does have flash, so maybe he can flash out of this one, but the hop has larger range, and there's the counter-strike flash on in from Owner, and the boomerang gets the job done. So the inevitable punish that we were talking about, that you called Chronicler, does come through on top of this ES. He does have 1 sword, so that's better than nothing, I guess. Looks like T1 are going to take down 5 grubs, unless Karis and Palu can say something about it. Here they come, but the Meganar timing is also going to go down, but now the engage comes in from Keria. Here's another wall, and Palu is in a lot of trouble as he has to flash away, but the knock-up is going to catch Karis out of midair. The turn trying to come out, though. Karis pushing forward, jumping into everybody. He does get the kill, and he jumps away. Karis able to make it happen. Only Palu has gone down. As now Morgan trying to be relevant, and I think, unfortunately, the timer has run out on this fight as Zeus is going to come in, and there's the knockup from Keria as well. And the Gnar is too strong. It was looking so good, but eventually the fight went too long.
Yes, this Gnar is a real raid boss. We'll see if Brion can at the very least get a second dragon. It would be big.
Uh-oh. No, the smite is good. It's early from Owner, and Youngjae keeps his cool, is able to hold on to it. We got Ocean Soul in this game.
Ooh, okay. That'll help. Faker could. Yeah, well, does he really? I know he isn't. You know, his screen isn't gray, but
yeah.
We gotta talk about other stuff. I'm getting bummed out. This. Every top laner knows this feeling.
Well, we have a cleanse flash from Samber. So he does get away, as Carrion was just very menacingly is going to commit to the Rift Herald. You just had your top laner TP out of this one, and Zeus has his TP. So
there he comes.
Now Guma isn't here, and the turn is coming in, but the recon play is fantastic. Is it enough to save Owner? As, that blast code not going to help him actually, as Karis, he is on something today, and the shots from the Jhin are so big from Samber. As now we do have Zeus, he is isolated, and they get the shutdown onto Morgan as well. Bro are coming back, they call the bluff of T1.
That's a game-saving fight, Valdez, because you get the shutdown onto Morgan of all people, and the call from Brion is actually really good, because if T1 actually has Zeus there for the entirety of that fight, you're never ever winning it. But what happens is they pull the trigger, they go for the engage. T1 isn't ready. If they can get one more of those fights, though, it might be looking a little bit better. But yeah, I think they have to give this up. With the members' advantage there, we do see Samber is on his way. He doesn't have the ultimate just yet, and he can't walk for this jungle. This is T1 territory.
Well, it's going to be Guma getting engaged on, as Palu wants to deny the T1 territory, as now we got TPs coming in here. Guma in a lot of trouble. He's not able to Featherstorm until the very last moment, but the pullback is huge. It doesn't matter. Karis is on the hunt once again, charging into multiple members, as down will go Faker.
They're doing it!
And Morgan, he's got another counter-strike. He's going to live, bro. They're winning another fight, down 3K, as the hit here from YoungJay is huge. He stays alive, but the Meganar not going to be enough. Karis is just going off in this one. Karis and Samber, they sub in for game number 2. They shut it down in game number 3 as well, and bro, they're still behind, but they're...
I think maybe once this mid lane turret falls, it'll be relatively even, but if they can get the Ocean's soul point on this next play, ultimates are going to be up. It'll be really, really big.
Absolutely.
It's still 2K gold down.
I mean, they've won 2 fights. One was down 5K, the other one was down 2K, essentially.
Yeah, you're right, Valdez.
3K. And, T1 still haven't fought on their terms yet. So let's see how this one looks as the ult goes straight into YoungJay. That's not going to be good. A lot of damage being thrown into Palu. Those are not the right targets for T1, but Palu eventually does get low. The steal on the Dragon as well. And YoungJay is low himself. A lot of low health bars here on the side of T1. Faker going to be isolated. And now the forced Featherstorm as well from Samber onto Guma. As meanwhile, YoungJay trying to go 1v2 against Keria and Zeus, not really working out, but Karis once again unchecked, and the frontliner that is Morgan is huge as another hop comes in. Karis looking to take down Guma and Owner, not going to be able to, but does push them away.
Oh, and the gold lead remains about the same, even though the kill trade favorable for Brion. They are going to get this mid lane turret now, finally. And the bros are doing it, look at the fan.
From person to person and getting a million assists. Like, he's not getting kills, which is kind of funny, but he's just unchecked. And Samber, there's no engage onto him either, as now maybe an opportunity here for T1 as Palu a bit out of position. YoungJay being chased as well, as Palu might just have to be left here as a sacrifice. The wall does come down, and Palu not even going to flash. So down goes the bro supports. As T1 now, they're not going to be asking twice. They're just going to go for the Baron.
Yeah, big thing here is that they also used a lot of cooldowns. Samber does have his ultimate. I think that Jhin ult is going to be big.
Oh, the flash on in. They want to isolate. Zeus says the Steric shield is massive, though, and now a huge Gnar ult is going to win this one for T1. You would imagine Morgan being chased down, and he will eventually go down as well. Samber still firing shots. Owner trying to block here. Faker still going to eat a bunch of damage. A lot of poke did go down onto T1. Even the sapling, you talked about this actually in the draft as well. That's not going to hit YoungJay, but Samber looks like he will be isolated and killed. So it does work out in the end for T1. And now they're going to start the back.
And T1, they take a beating, but they still come out on top. Zeus can be back in 10 seconds as well, as can Karis. YoungJay, crucially, he doesn't have an easy way in, doesn't have his flash available. I don't know if he can get the W off. I think they should be able to zone him away. The health bars are low, but I don't think it's going to matter. And T1 get the Baron. That should be enough to regain control of this game.
Very wonky, but this one looks very different from all the other fights where Karis doesn't get any CC on him and he's just jumping around. Speaking of which, in live, we have him being bullied, and down he will go. So T1, they find him, they save their CC for him, and Owner will make it happen.
The Magic Might have passed. Brion gonna try and look for something here. No ult on Samver though. So Youngjae just going for an ult to try and keep this mid lane turret alive for a little bit longer. If on the next wave it is still gonna drop. T1, all they needed was that one fight. Ends up being absolutely huge. One overstep. Crucially there as well as Faker actually a lot earlier on the TP. Could have been huge.
He wouldn't have the Sterix, he wouldn't live. And this is what happened afterwards. This is how Karis got caught. Just trying to trade with Zeus and a nice flash, but then eventually, you know, the rest of the squad against the 280 carries. They're going to build crit. It's going to just feel amazing. And they've got Maokai for AP, which I know you hate.
I mean, it's
a little bit of Jax as well, you know.
Yeah, Jax can go Zhonya's 4th, but like that doesn't really do it. Yeah, that's not enough.
So Zeus is just unkillable, is the point. As now we do have this Maokai ultimate to be thrown in, and it doesn't do much. Not going to push them off of the inhibitor either.
Inventory already. Imagine he wants to look towards a Thorn Mail.
This is a very interesting fight as the Solar Flare goes very wide, and Morgan's dead, and so is Palu.
I guess that's just it.
Just not expecting
them to stay.
That can't be
how it ends.
Just not expecting them to stay, and they're like, hey, maybe they're here. Oh, we're dead. T1's wallets are very large at this point in time. As here comes the quickness. Karis will be caught this time around as the follow-up comes in, and Karis does hop away, but Owner also very tanky, and again, Zeus is unkillable. It looks like T1, they've had their fun tonight, but at the end of the day, they will just pick up the clean 2-1, nothing to see here, up against Bro. Eventually, maybe not right now, but looks like we're heading in that direction, guys.
Really does. Mid lane inhib goes down as well. T1 can just go back, set up an objective. These shots, I don't think we're gonna let Faker get hit. I think that the reinforcement is nobody comes out unscathed.
Yeah, exactly. As now we're looking for the Gnar here once again, but Youngjae just unfortunately not that tanky. He's only got Warmogs and Eleandries. There's a lot of damage just coming out actually from the 80 carries of Bro, but I feel like the wallets are just too heavy as now Faker gets into that backline and Karis eventually will be taken down by the Gnar. And here comes Zeus bouncing over that wall. The knockup will miss, but yeah, I'm just gonna throw an ult into the winds. Why not? That's what I would do.
It's a revitalized Brion, but it just isn't enough. T1, in the end, rely on their team fighting. Faker might die. I don't think it matters.
He's baiting them in. Samver just going to open up the curtains and immediately gets flashed on by Zeus. He's like, how dare you open the curtains against us? And it's not going to happen. We'll keep that room in darkness for now. Down will go the Nexus, and T1